Oh yeah! It is Grind City Wrestling. It's episode 314, and I am Dustin Starr, and today we have a lot to catch up on, but be sure to follow us at Grind City Media. Take that subscribe button to Slap City wherever you're watching or wherever you are listening. You can also listen on the Grind City Media app. Last week, we talked to James Ellsworth. This week, we've got a full recap and highlights of Memphis Grizzlies Wrestling Night, and we're going to talk about the heel turn heard around the world, probably one of the biggest heel turns in the history of the business. But let's not waste any time. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, my tag team partner, and my broadcast colleague, Devin Walker, baby!
Just kind of just like add stuff to my bio, huh? I mean, you know, it was good. It was fun. We had an experience that something I had never done before on Grind City Wrestling Night. Your boys on commentary. It was weird. It felt weird, but I think we did a pretty good job. I think. I left the commentary thing, and as I was getting on the elevator, they were like, "I think I just heard your voice, or I just saw you," and I was like, "Yeah, that was me doing
First
the commentary."
time ever.
I was like, "That was me."
Be sure to follow Devin on social.
How bad was I? They were like, "No, you did great." I'm like, oh, "Okay."
At Devin_Walker2. I'm sure he's going to be posting up a photo dump here very soon.
If this guy over here sends me the damn photos.
Well, we're going to go through some footage here in just a moment. But first, I wanted to say happy birthday, Devin.
Appreciate you, Slat. Another day around the sun.
How'd you celebrate?
365 around the sun. I spent it how I spend every day of my life, working. I did some stuff. Hopefully everybody will see it very soon.
Nice.
Did that and got some sleep. Reflected a lot. I did a more reflection on my birthday this year than I've ever have, and I think that kind of is going to lead into this next wave of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Sunday was absolutely nuts.
Yeah, it was lit.
You were not there.
It was my birthday,
live.
Bro.
I know, but it would have been a great birthday to hang out with Matt Hardy and all the crazy fans at the Wrestle Center. Man, the place was absolutely packed. You've been in there when it's been packed, and we've heard some really big pops, but I don't think there's ever been a pop bigger than what Matt Hardy got. And this is a little bit of a spoiler, but if you watch, you kind of already know we had our first ever ladder match featuring Matt Hardy, and it was absolutely nuts. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
I'm excited to see it. I've heard stories already from people I saw at the Grizzly game. They were like, man, you should have been there. It was a great show. So I'm excited to see what y'all did. Yeah, we'll see it very soon. But, bro, we got a lot to talk about, bro.
We do.
I'm wearing this damn shirt for a reason today.
Yes, we're going to get into it. March 30th is the next live television taping for Memphis Wrestling. Get those tickets at memphiswrestling.tv. We're going to talk about The Rock, Cody, and John Cena. But first, Jalen, let's hit those highlights, baby.
Oh, this man right here
Memphis
is so
Grizzlies Wrestling Night. Check this out. Woo! The Nature Bear.
Nobody is more excited about Grind City Wrestling Night than Dustin 5-Star.
Just doing the introduction is fantastic. And of course, Grizz always pulling out the costumes. And the fans actually woo.
They did. They were locked in. With the Nature Bear. They were locked in. There's other things they were confused about.
Woo!
But I think a universal calling signal is a woo. Like, everybody knows the woo.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows the woo.
And then, of course, Matt Hardy came out as the featured guest.
Yeah, shout out Matt Hardy, man.
TNA Wrestling Tag Team Champion.
Wrestling legend.
Absolute legend. Delete. So he was there on hand, and we were just kind of introducing everybody to the night of what to expect, and you never know what's going to happen on wrestling. Now, where were you during all this?
I was on the stage watching it. Just kind of like watching it, you know, as I do. Yeah, it was dope, man. Like, Wrestling Night's always great. I think there were some things.
This was the start of the night right here.
The start of the night. Aaron Roberts.
Just when you think it's over, right?
Yeah, delete.
Oh, 420 pounds runs you over.
Okay, let's talk about this, bro.
This is an NBA game, by the way.
No. That's not even the part I want to talk about. I want to talk about the fact that this is wrestling. A 450-pound dude runs out of the stands and beats somebody up, and nobody moves.
Right? They're just looking like, what the hell is going on here?
So that's the thing. And look at Dustin.
It's Wrestling Night, folks.
Locked in. It's crazy how wrestling goes, right? There's a guy on the court who's just minding his business, doing his thing, and a guy runs out of the stands and fights him.
I was surprised that we were allowed to do it.
Wrestling.
Because any fan could be like, what in the world?
Exactly.
You know?
Wrestling, y'all. Wrestling,
all right,
baby.
You got to show me Stone Cold Grizz real quick. Look at this. I mean.
He's missing the letter.
Well, it's just, I don't know what happened there, but Stone Cold Grizz, the Memphis Rattlesnake.
Oh gosh,
that's the bottom line.
Oh Lord, shout out
because Memphis Grizzlies say so.
And he got the jorts on, and my favorite part was the end. He did the whole milk
grit
bit.
and Eind.
He did the milk bit, and I loved it. By the way,
we're gonna get to that in a second. But here they start fighting right back out, so it's almost like they've been fighting the whole time.
They're like freaking Peter Griffin and the Chicken.
Yeah, they're exactly like Family Guy. I guess
they're just always fighting, which I love. Also, nobody moved. It's so funny, bro.
Nobody jumped out of the way. So, of course, Dave Brown, the legend himself, is the commissioner of Grind City Wrestling Night, and he ordered a match to happen at halftime up on the house band stage where the ring is. It's like hoisted 100 feet, above the court there. And then, of course, Stone Cold Grizz has to finish off. Now, this was my favorite part, I think, of the entire night. Of course, Matt Hardy's awesome, but
the milk?
Grizz and Super Grizz, I could not believe he did this because you can only imagine how the suit is going to smell later.
Oh, yeah, with the milk. Oh, yeah, that's tough. But no, I thought it was hilarious because look at this. Look at that.
Did not drop a bottle.
Look at that. Locked in.
Nice throw by Amon down there.
Locked in. Oh,
Stone Cold Grizz.
That was good. That was funny. Shout out to Grizz, man. He did a good job with that.
Very, very cool. All right, so we do have the finale. This one had like 1.1 million views on social media. It's where the fight happened after halftime, and Matt Hardy says, "You jumped me 2-on-1, and so I've got my partner. Of course, it's Super Grizz. I'm standing on the ledge. I have no idea that Grizz is going to step right on me to get up there. I thought he was coming from the other side."
Yeah, that's why I get the capture because I thought he was coming from the other side. And then by the time I turned around, he did that.
Big diving clothesline.
Yeah, that was dope. My boy Grizz got to see it. He got to be a Hardy Boy for a day.
He did, and one of the cool things...
Only thing that was missing was the freaking swanton, bro.
Man, swanton off the balcony.
Should have hit a swanton.
No. And it's pretty cool because, DDP taught Super Grizz the Diamond Cutter. Now you've got Matt Hardy, a legend, teaching Super Grizz. And look at BLJ. The twist of fate.
Where'd y'all get BLJ as a referee? Because I could have sworn y'all had a different ref for the other.
He got punched out earlier.
Okay. All
but
right.
that was a little bit of recap from Grind City Wrestling Night at FedEx Forum. If you guys missed it, we do it about once a year, and it is a ton of fun.
It's Dustin's Super Bowl, everybody.
It really is.
Dustin, as you could tell by his face,
I did not sleep all weekend.
He was so excited about Wrestling Night.
We also had matches outside on the plaza, so you guys will be able to see that, especially if you're a member at members only, youtube.com/@MemphisWrestling. But all right, let's get into it.
Look at that good-looking guy. Look at that good-looking guy with the Cardinals hat on. That's a good-looking character right
Dustin and Devin. That needs to come to Memphis Wrestling.
Hey, man, I need some more reps, bro, before you really get me on the mic like that, bro. Because, sometimes I don't know what will come out of my mouth, so I need some more reps before I really get in.
It's live to tape, so we can always edit it.
On your show, you bleep everything.
Well, because it airs on... Action News 5 Plus, which, by the way, has the St. Louis Cardinals, the Atlanta Braves, 5 Memphis Grizzlies games this year, so Action News 5 Plus growing. Shout out to our TV partners. All right, but let's talk about the best wrestling that we watched all week. I don't even think that there is a discussion or an argument about what the best was, right?
I think there's not an argument for what the best, but I want to bring up something in the auxiliary because I think it needs to be brought up.
Go right ahead.
Because I think we're going to talk about the Rock thing so much. I feel like this needs to be talked about. Because I watched the Elimination Chamber, and of course we're thinking like, okay, this chamber situation, like it's a niche pay-per-view. What are they gonna do? There's so many stories, blah 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 blah. Right? They start the pay-per-view out with the women's chamber match. All the ladies they come out to the ring. They do their entrances. Naomi comes out. Liv Morgan comes out.
Love it.
And they're standing in the ring, and the bell rings. Ding 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 ding. And right as the bell rings, the arena gets dark. And a storm arrives.
Uh-oh.
Jade Cargill is walking out to the ring, bat out of hell. She's back. She looks amazing.
Yes.
She's pissed.
Outfit was awesome. She was chiseled out of stone.
She looked great.
Man.
She gets in the ring, and the question is, who is she going to attack? Is she going to attack?
Because it's Liv.
Because Liv's looking like, oh.
And they have Liv on footage, her and Raquel, like they were walking away from the crime scene.
Long-term storytelling.
Yes.
Liv's in the ring like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I promise it wasn't me. Jay pump fakes the punch at Liv, beats the living crap out of Naomi, by the way. Shout out to Naomi. That was a crazy. You just let her destroy you. You have Bianca almost crying in the pod. You have Alexa Bliss looking like she saw a ghost in her pod. Bayley looks terrified in her pod. As a story altogether, I think that was perfectly done. We always talk about WWE kind of like doing these certain things. I think, bro, that was perfectly done. Because now I think it's, we talked about last week, we said, who wins the women's chamber match? Like, how do you have a tag team in the chamber match? And I was like, they had to figure out a way to get one of them out of it.
WrestleMania season.
And you get Jade to come in, beat the shit out of Naomi, and it sets it up for Bianca to win it. So
now there was another small detail in there where Naomi, when Jade enters, she looks back at Bianca.
Yes.
So I think there's going to be something there to where maybe it wasn't Naomi doing it on her own.
Yes. So maybe Bianca.
So
had
there's something
with it.
there, and we've been complaining about The Rock and his 3 fingers and all this for so long. What did it mean? Even last week, I think I was like, we didn't even get a payoff on that, but we didn't care. But guess what?
We're like the sell your soul thing is so stupid. But guess what? It went from being so stupid to the best thing I've seen ever in my life.
Yeah, so we're going to get there, but it seems like the Jade Cargill thing, I think there's more to it. There's going to be a couple of more mysteries, and we'll probably see Bianca Belair and Naomi both possibly as a heel. Also, a new women's champion?
I'm confused about that.
Why?
Because Rhea's one of the big. I think Rhea is a star without the belt.
But I don't feel like there was a story that was strong enough to take it off of her yet.
No, it wasn't. So that means there's something else happening.
Yeah,
there has to be, which I would love to see. But like you said, at this point, I feel like we jump to conclusions. They always. You know what I'm saying? They always shift it. So I'm looking forward to see. Also, I know we're going to talk a lot about the John Cena thing, but even CM Punk coming out at Raw, bro, and giving him the microphone and just popping off. And then him and Seth Rollins fighting all over the ring. Like, wrestling is up here right now, man.
Yeah, I even received a text message about how good that pull-apart was.
We are on the road to WrestleMania, and at this point, they are telling WrestleMania stories on WWE television right now. I love every bit of it. Well, so let's talk about it, bro.
Let's talk about it. The new poster looks awesome. It's got Cody on one side. It's got John Cena, the GOAT, on the other side. And let me tell you right here. We discussed it just a couple of weeks ago that I would not allow my son to wear a Cody hat because he would have to cheer for John Cena in the event that they wrestled each other at WrestleMania. I never in a million years would have ever thought that John Cena's final run would be as a heel?
I love it.
I love it.
I love it. It's so great.
Look at this. Absolutely incredible.
That entire 14-minute segment was what they call cinema.
It was so
Dustin
good.
5-star. It was cinema. From the Cody and John Cena conversation, The Rock comes out with Travis Scott. They walk out. Fiend. The whole conversation they have in the ring. They hug. They embrace. Yeah, I gotta do my best Rock impersonation. Put the camera on me, Jalen.
Here we go. When the hug happens,
he hugs him.
Cena smiling.
I have one complaint about this. I don't know who the hell does who does this, but The Rock said he did this. He did the one finger, and he did that, and it was downhill from there. I don't understand how you chop a neck like with one finger, but whatever, cool, Rock.
Okay,
whatever is cool for you. But bro, it was so great. It was like the
fans saw it.
They saw it.
They are so smart.
Once they saw this from The Rock,
they knew it. Everybody knew it except for Cody, which was so good.
Great camera work by WWE.
And then the kick. Yeah, I don't think WWE gets enough credit for the camera work and the production quality. I mean, it is incredible. The kick, down goes Cody, and then it just marinates. It was very similar to Hulk Hogan turning, NWO style. Now you've got your corporate guy.
Yep, you got your corporate guy.
You've got your corporate heel with The Rock headed to WrestleMania to fight for the WWE Undisputed Championship.
It's so good television, bro.
And it's not Cody being a heel. And this was cool on SmackDown, too, because The Rock had Cody a special private dressing room and all sorts of perks and stuff before Cody turned him down, which was super cool in itself. Very UFC-like of how Cody said, "The Rock, go yourself."
Yes.
It was like,
whoa! And the crowd went crazy, right? And then
my God.
Even like Travis Scott's goofy ass, like he was just there, just like, like I said, he's probably high. He was high as a kite.
Rock said he had a contact high for many hours just hanging around with Travis Scott.
Travis, bro, there's a camera, there's a bit on the internet, they were like just watching Travis Scott like in the ring. He didn't know what to do.
No.
Like nobody, like he was just
slapped the shit out of Cody,
and
though.
Apparently he busted his eardrum.
My biggest fear.
By the way, Travis Scott, that receipt's coming back to you very soon.
Definitely, the receipt's coming back.
For me, bro, that whole situation. You brought up the Hogan thing. It was very equivalent to Hulk Hogan doing the heel turn because you have Travis Scott, who is your Dennis Rodman, who's kind of like that outside figure that brings in the other audience.
Absolutely.
You have the John Cena being the Hollywood Hulk Hogan of the situation.
Yep.
Bro,
put all the pieces together, all right? So the three fingers.
Yes.
If you rewind back to the three fingers, of course, that's John Cena putting up the hustle, loyalty, and now disrespect is what they're saying. So you go back to that. Then also John Cena not earning his spot in the Elimination Chamber. So you're like, okay, he's going to do a movie. How are they going to tell that? So we're questioning, right? Mm-hmm. And then in the end,
the slit throat with one finger. Ugh.
It all comes together. John Cena was given that spot because he is The Rock's corporate champion.
It's so good. It's cinema.
And it happened months ago. It happened months ago, and we even were bad-mouthing it last week. Like, they never went back to this. And then they got back to it.
And even the sell your soul thing, that tells you John Cena sold his soul to The Rock for a chance to break Ric Flair's record.
Woo!
It's cinema. It is cinema. I love it. But the next question I have 5-star because we've seen the story's written.
Go ahead, ask me.
The next question is, and I've had this conversation with a couple other people in the last couple of days. Now you got the heat from that moment, right? How do you build on that heat?
Come at me, bro.
I have a solution. I want to throw my.
Come at me, bro.
I want to know how you feel about my first.
Oh, this is so
solution.
good.
You ready? So it's like, how do you build heat with John Cena, right? Because he's done all the Make-A-Wish. WWE has already tried to trademark Break-A-Wish.
How freaking great is Break-A-Wish?
Break-A-Wish is amazing.
Whoever thought of that needs a raise.
They should get a raise.
Stamp that.
Everybody deserves a raise.
I swear to you, that is brilliant.
So my thing is, this is what I think it should happen. John Cena comes out. We all know he loves Stu. He's talked about Stu all the time. Stu, one more time, Stu. I love you, man. Wait, let me see the towel. Hold on, I gotta do the whole thing. Let me see. Right.
Look at that throw.
Stu, I love you, man. One more time. And then he does the points to the ring. Camera pans out. Cena grabs the camera and beats the out of Stu. Crowd, boo!
What?
That's how you get some heat, man. I'm telling y'all right now. John Cena's gonna beat the crap out of Stu.
The camera guy?
The camera guy.
Oh my god.
That's how you get some heat. How about you? What do you think?
Okay, so here we go. This is John Cena's final run. Mm-hmm. Okay, whether he wins the championship, which I would assume that he's got to, because you got The Rock in your corner, right? And then Cody's got to get it back at some point, right? Because John Cena's retiring.
Leaving.
It's all good. This is good for the story. But I think this whole thing is about John Cena's last match. And if he's a heel right now, he's got to finish up as a babyface. And the perfect opponent would be John Cena's most famous rival, The Rock. I think this whole thing is leading up to John Cena's final match against the great one, The Rock.
So you think he wins at what point does he win the belt then?
He's got to win it at Mania. Maybe, however, he loses it is because of The Rock. They've got to have some sort of falling out here in the next however many months.
What's this whole Stone Cold situation?
I have no idea. Stone Cold had his knees replaced, so that's a shoot. He had his knees replaced. He can't do a lot.
He said if Cody needs help,
well,
I got him. Which could you?
You can't turn down that bag of WrestleMania money.
I think for me, I will love to see a Stone Cold and Cody versus Rock Cena. Even if Stone Cold doesn't get in the ring, right? Just the visual, right?
That would be just
them coming out, right? That's a dope visual. But for me, it's like you got to find a way to get that belt on Cena to break that record.
Dude, you got to. It's got to be at WrestleMania, and then Cody can get it back. I mean, we got SummerSlam. We got a lot of stuff coming up. You got Money in the Bank as well.
But you got 10 months to do it.
Yes. But I think this thing is all put together to have the final match, The Rock versus John Cena.
I really like that. Because like people are like, yo, man, so like, do you think they like already knew what was going to happen? I said when The Rock did this, the story was written.
Yes, absolutely.
That wasn't just a free ball.
No. That's
when The Rock did this.
Trust me, before our Grind City Rumble, we know what Superbad, like we know months in advance at Memphis Wrestling. I am telling you 100%.
The story was written.
Yes, and that's why Rock says just enjoy the ride. Stop complaining, wrestling fans.
Yeah, even us.
Even us.
We complain. I was shitting on the
We're
whole
with
finger
you.
thing. I said, "Oh, you're gonna take his soul."
We do the same thing.
You're gonna take his soul. Ha ha.
But guess what?
But
we were wrong.
Little did we find out.
It was awesome.
Guess who sold his soul? The biggest baby face in the last 20 plus years, John freaking Cena.
I also thought it was cool that he was doing Make-A-Wish, signing autographs and doing stuff for Make-A-Wish just before he turned heel.
Cinema.
It's great.
It's cinema. It's freaking cinema.
I love it. All right, wrapping things up here on Grind City Wrestling. It's been fun. Coming up Sunday, March the 30th, Shawn Legacy versus Jack Cartwheel. It's a WWE ID official match. Two of the very best junior heavyweights in the entire world. Also, WWE Evolve, that premieres on March 5th this week. Are you going to check that out?
Sure.
It's got to be really good stuff. I mean, we had some ID matches on Sunday, and they are absolutely fantastic. Then on Saturday, April 12th, at Simmons Bank, Liberty Stadium, Memphis Wrestling is tag teaming with the Memphis Showboats for Wrestling Day. That's a 1:30 kickoff, so we'll start pregame matches and, of course, have something big at halftime. You can get those tickets over at the Showboats website. Then on Saturday, April 26th, it's Wrestling Night at Dickey Stevens Park in Little Rock. We're going to head over to the Arkansas Travelers for minor league baseball. Get those tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. Devin, what you got going on this weekend?
We're leading up to Tony Allen retirement night, so I think this next week and a half is all kind of dedicated to Tony.
That's the 15th, right?
15th, yeah. We got a documentary premiere. We got some stuff Tony's doing in the community. I got to do something on Saturday night. I was one of Tony's good friends. So it's going to be a big weekend, a big couple weeks for me, bro. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm just also paying very close attention to wrestling right now. Because we said it before on this podcast, but I think wrestling is at a time where it's at its peak, right?
Yeah.
That John Cena heel turn was one of the lead stories on First Take. It was on the worldwide news. It was in a preacher's sermon. A preacher was preaching about
That is funny.
John Cena turning his back on people. That's how big this John Cena situation is.
I haven't told Reese yet.
Don't tell him.
I don't think I'm going to.
Don't tell him. He might cry.
I don't think I can. Hey, by the way, have you been watching AEW at all?
No, I told you I'm off the video game wrestling.
But I watch. I still watch religiously. We don't talk a lot about it, and you know.
I've watched more old TNA pay-per-views in the last 3 weeks than I have AEW wrestling in the last 6 months.
Be sure to pay attention on March the 5th, WWE Evolve. I think it's on Tubi. It's going to be really good, and you're going to see a lot of familiar faces on there. Very soon, I'm sure you'll see Aaron Roberts from Memphis Wrestling on there. Shawn Legacy, I know he'll be there. Swipe Right. Cappuccino Jones is very, very popular.
These names are wild as hell, by the way.
Just wait. They're going to be household names.
Swipe Right, Cappuccino Jones. What else the hell you say?
See, the caffeine.
Cartwheel Smith.
That caffeine always comes with a crash.
That's so bad.
That's all the time we've got.
That's so bad.
I am Dustin Starr.
Wait.
He's Devin Walker, baby.
What's happening?
Sing.
Cappuccino comes with a crash?
Cold brew Cappuccino Jones. I am Dustin Starr. He's Devin Walker, baby. Say it. So long, everybody.
Trash.
What?
Cinema!